Tonight, talking about a lesser-known disease. From her earliest days, Dana Papadopoulos has not felt healthy. After years of misdiagnosis, doctors finally found out she has Lyme disease. Well, what is that? Well, it is the most common vector-borne disease here in the United States, and it's actually caused by a bacteria transmitted to humans, most commonly through a tick bite. Dana says she can't say for certain where she contracted the disease. She does say she has a treatment, but is struggling to pay for it. WBTV photojournalist Gregory Simpson spoke with her about what's going on.
I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. Growing up felt pretty normal. The earliest memory I have of getting really sick was when I was 18 years old. I started having really bad digestive issues that I couldn't really explain. And I remember initially going to doctors and them saying, oh, you're young, you're just anxious and depressed. But I knew something was actually wrong. I was in so much pain. I would tell people I would eat a bite of food and it felt like I had 5 steaks. Finally got a doctor at the Cleveland Clinic to do a head-to-toe analysis. And I remember my first diagnosis that they found was gastroparesis, which was paralysis of the stomach. So that's when I knew something was wrong, because I remember I could barely eat and I dropped 20 to 30 pounds within a few months. So that was my first diagnosis. Had no idea anything about Lyme until 9 years later when I finally got diagnosed properly. So Lyme disease is a bacterial infection. They're still doing a ton of research on it. They're learning now that it can invade so many systems in your body. It can hide, it's a very, very sneaky bacteria. It can hide in your lymph, it can hide in your bones, it can hide in your muscles, it can hide in your tissue. So that's the reason, one of the reasons why it affects so many people differently. It's been hell, not just the past few years, but I've been dealing with it for over 12. You kind of feel like a corpse just walking through life. You had said oh, you look great. And the thing is I can look great, but I feel really crappy. It's you can put makeup on a corpse in a casket, doesn't mean they're alive. That's one of the biggest things I get is oh, you look great. And I'm that doesn't mean I feel great. But it's just been 12 plus years of constantly advocating for yourself, especially against the medical system. I would be in the ER again, in the hospital and bedridden. And it's just my life was just this. And so I thought that was just gonna be my life forever. And I remember thinking if this is gonna be my forever, then just take me out now. I didn't want to live that life because I know what that life was like, and it was hell. I can say that I've tried everything under the sun. From Western medicine, I was stuck in the Western medical healthcare system for so long. Honestly, it made me sicker rather than better. I was just heavily medicated. I say that I was just a walking legal drug addict with all the prescriptions that I was on. They sustained me, but again, they were making me worse. But they were sustaining me, but honestly weren't helping me heal. But now I found a treatment that blends both of them, which is really cool, and it's actually been helping. So one of the reasons why I look so put together, functional right now is because I found a treatment that's working for me in my body. A year ago, I was so sick. A year and a half ago, I was bedridden. It was just a crazy time. Now I found something that's actually helping, and now I just need help financially to keep doing what I'm doing and keep doing the treatment that's actually helping me save my life, and that eventually I'll be able to say I'm free of Lyme disease from.
Powerful story. Coming up next.